When you think of Henrietta, Oklahoma, you think of 16-time world champion Jim Shoulders. But you also think of this guy, Terry Don West. The guy's won everything. Is Poison Ivy going to be poison for him?
This should be a great match. Bucked off Josh O'Byrne at Salt Lake. Terry Don's got him handled. Looks like he'll ride him all day long.
This is going to be some points. This is a good bull ride. Oh, that Terry Don. There must be something in the water over there in Henrietta, because they done turned out two of the great ones.
That must be, and with the great fans at Anaheim tonight are bringing out the best in all these bull riders, too, that really come to ride in this round.
Watch this crowd get excited about Terry Don West and 84 points.
Man, look at him stand up on them legs. Talk about nobody gets the front end better than Terry Don. And then once this bull starts spinning, if he gets on his pockets, he's still got the ability to keep that shoulder in front, move back over his legs right there, and then come pumping back over that top. You got to keep that shoulder out there. It keeps weight on your inside leg. Keeps that, looks like Donnie Gay, doesn't it? Just gets back there and just keeps it driving.
As they making adjustments, they marked him 83 points. We had to re-add it, but we got 83 points for Terry Don West. Now put him second in this round. Boy, he did look like he handled him easy, didn't he?
Oh, and I mean, that bull wasn't that easy to ride. That bull really had a lot of momentum that outside.
Let's talk about Jimmy Young of Blackfoot, Idaho. Here's a former $10,000 winner at the Wrangler Bull Riders Only Tour. Now, we're talking about Dan Russell, and Dan Russell does some great things. Not always, when they say Dan Russell, everybody wants to say 19. You know, that's the only bull they think about. They forget about Pacific Bell. Dan Russell now, Dan Russell Jr. We're going on in 3 generations of the Russell Rodeo Company.
Absolutely, in 3 generations where they've had some great animals.
Oh,
I'm sure they're going to have a bunch more in the future.
Oh, Maggie.
I hope it wasn't anything I said. Hot or cold, there's a pair of these boys that ride real good. Brothers, but Jimmy Young's not going to make it tonight. Dustin's not here with us. Ladies and gentlemen, I've got a 75 and a 73. 3 on the ground. We're planting the roses early in January in Phoenix. We're going to be back to see if we can get the tulips to grow a little better between now and the next break. Hang on. Don't anybody go anywhere. We're going to ride some 80s. I promise. Kenny Wolf, now Wharton, Texas.
Well, you know, they've already bucked 7 guys off. All he's got to do is make the whistle. He's going to get another one, and you ain't going to buck this boy off.
Come on, Pop. And he's doing it in a pair of horseshoes. He's riding with tennis shoes. The kid is crazy. He's a bullfighter, a bull rider from Pendleton, Oregon. He lived in Wyoming, now lives in Wharton, Texas, and I'm proud to say he's my friend. What a child, what a child. 86 big one, Shaw.
That makes the 9th bull in a row that Dan Wolf has ridden. I'm telling you, he don't get bucked off anymore.
This kid is talented. I don't care whether he's riding in tennis shoes or what he's riding. This kid can ride bulls, and I don't know why he ever quit for. If I'd have rode like that, I'd be picking up big checks every week.
I'll tell you why he quit. He got burned out on the road. He found him a pretty lady that said, I love you, and I do. They got it together, took 18 months off. He'll qualify her, she qualifies him, and the rest sometimes will do you good.
But I'll tell you, it wasn't just that. It was that and a badly broken arm that he suffered at a PRCA rodeo caused him to lay off.
Oh, man. Well, everything's starting to get better. It's coming up roses. I don't suggest getting off a bull that's nearly stopped.
Here's our next matchup, ladies and gentlemen, as we go to Chris Littlejohn. Next cowboy to go on the bull called Poison Ivy. Now, a good bull, Poison Ivy, 2 out of 5 qualified rides this year for Western Rodeos. And Chris Littlejohn has ridden 6 of the 10 if he's tried, and 63% accuracy over his career in the BRO. Come on, Littlejohn. And the kid has got one. Oh, I don't know. He may have gone to his hand a little too soon.
Well, I'll tell you what, that whistle was quite a bit beyond 8 seconds. He's probably reached down too soon. I guess he did reach down too soon anyways, but that's a rookie mistake that you wouldn't expect Chris Littlejohn to make.
You know, when I first started riding bulls, the first time I went to Houston, Texas, I seen someone tap just like Chris here, right at 7.5 seconds. He reached down and grabbed his wrap. The whistle blowed, cost him the bull riding. And from that time on, for the next 20 years of riding this, I never reached down to grab my wrap because I didn't want it to cost myself a bull ride. And I figured if I could make 8 seconds, I could ride him a couple seconds longer and then jump off without grabbing that wrap. And he's got this bull handled. He's spurring him, having no problem at all. It's just he thought he heard a whistle or thought it was time for a whistle to blow. And that is, like Shaw said, a rookie mistake.
Justin Andrade has been a world champion of bull riders only, Livermore, California. A Fred Cordell raised bull this time for Dan Russell. They call him Poison Ivy.
You know, he come to me last year when he was having problems with his wrist, and he said, what do you think I ought to do? I said, the best thing you can do is lay off that thing, give it some time. So he rode broncs all winter, let that thing heal up. I said, you got $1 million to shoot at Las Vegas. Get that thing sound and get you a big check over there, because that's where it's really worth going for. So he's got it healed up. He's feeling good. That first bull tested it, so we'll really see here what he can do. But I'm looking for him to jump over and get some money tonight and probably get some big money at Las Vegas.
He's won 40,000. He's in the number 2 spot behind TDW. But now, look at here, look at here, look at the upper body. Look at him try. Look at this.
Oh, man, he's got some moves, doesn't he?
Beautiful free arm. He was throwing it over the top, rolling his shoulder into his hand.
That is the bull riding right there.
There it is, straightened up perfectly square. His shoulder and the bull shoulder. Justin, you have done it all. 90 points, Gary. 90 points.
Oh, you can see why he's wearing that gold buckle. This guy can ride bulls, and he can ride rank bulls. But when he had that injury, he could not ride with that injury. You got to go home. These young riders got to go home, heal them injuries. He come back healed, and you see what this cowboy's made of.
They're giving him a standing ovation in Long Beach at the arena. 90 points with an 86 and an 84 behind it. We'll be back in a moment. Don't anybody move.